Hello, this is Anne Free, and I am here today to explain to you the dashboard I created for the New York State hospital discharges, where we're going to compare rural versus urban hospitals, as well as the differences in payers in regards to this. Through this exploratory interactive dashboard, I hope to outline a couple different areas, including the hip joint replacement, knee joint replacement, cesarean delivery, vaginal delivery with complications, and then vaginal delivery that was otherwise normal. As you can see, as I was kind of going over that, this board does have the hover function, in which the user can go over specifically each of these areas and then see from a cost standpoint how that affects things. So right now we do have Blue Cross Blue Shield measured out, and we can see in vaginal deliveries, for example, the average length of stay is quite a bit higher than our state average for rural and urban hospitals. The costs are lower, and the charges, again, are lower than too. I can go further into that by even just hovering over urban, and this will just highlight things a little bit more specifically, as well as giving me more data in the hover, showing that the statewide average and length of stay information as well. I can go through any of these areas too if I want to find a little bit more information to see where things are at, and I'll get changes up above with the same information as we go through. If I want to be a little bit more specific, I can go ahead and click on one of the different colors and make sure I can highlight where things are at this way. I can also pick my code that I want to get a better idea of, again, different pain type of sources. If I would like to see all the different ones that are available, I can choose that and see a much more broad view. I can also pare this down a little bit more, and perhaps I want to see how Medicare compares to private health insurance and see what our differences in costs are going to be for the different areas that we want. I can also add in additional codes to get a better and more broad view and see more information as we hover through things. I also included the ability to sort things out for rural versus urban places. So if I wanted to find only what was going on in the rural areas, I can break it down a little bit more specifically that way. And again, I can click through and give myself a little bit more of a highlight if I'd want to through some of these as well. Getting into more details, again, will show us any of the differences within the insurances that we are more interested in evaluating, and getting a better idea of where we can find discrepancies in costs. One thing I did find somewhat interesting is when I did the all and was able to look at the information in a little bit more detail. It was interesting just to see how things changed and just how we can see, for example, in a vaginal delivery, that we have some significant outliers in terms of length of stay and costs. It doesn't seem to be significantly different between rural and urban. However, you can see definitely here with the department payer typology, it has a significant increase in length of stay. That would be interesting to further evaluate to see if this was due to the type of patient that is usually covered under this insurance, or if it's just potentially even an abuse of the insurance itself. So this is my dashboard that I created to look at these in a little bit more detail, and I hope you have fun exploring. Thank you.